morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. I can't believe it's Thursday already, and we are in for a more quiet day in terms of the news that's coming out. We don't have so much coming out. We do have an FOMC member speaking today, and we have the unemployment claims from the US. But other than that, no red flags today. We have a bigger day tomorrow, so I wouldn't be surprised if today is gonna be ranging until the hourly earnings, the non-farm employment, and the unemployment rate come out tomorrow. Now, we had Mr. Powell give his second day of testimony yesterday, and what we have seen was I don't think that's there we go. That's not it. What we have seen was again he stated again the importance of raising the hikes, but also lowering the employment. So they were talking about 2 million Americans losing their jobs in order for inflation to get to a steady ground. Now, we'll see what that's gonna amount to towards the end of the month, because we have on the 22nd. So next week we have it's in 2 weeks time. We have in 2 weeks time the FOMC economic projections, FOMC statement, and the funds rates. So these that would be the big day for us to watch in terms of the economic background. Now, looking at what happened since Mr. Powell started speaking on Tuesday at the S&P, we had a drop, and we had a back test of the 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Now, that was back tested a lot of times. This was the first one, a second one, third one, fourth one, fourth. Four swings put pressure on this 200 EMA on the 4-hour. Generally, when that happens so frequently, it is a signal that it's going to move down lower. So the S&P, to me, looks like it's going to move lower. Also, we have the 3 levels. This is the peak formation, and we have level 2, level 1, level 2. Where is level 3? Level 3 should be either around here, which is again a local 4-hour support and resistance line, or lower here down to the divergence line. We'll see when that happens where it takes us. But the reason why I'm keeping track of this is to be able to tell if this is going to continue to the downside, or if this is going to reverse to the upside, one or the other. Now, the opposite is true of the DXY, that has been lifting and lifting and lifting in our 4-hour space. It's back on the 800 EMA on the 4-hour, which is the daily 200 EMA, and it's holding it. This is a convincing candle. This is a strong candle. We have a lot of MAs here. To me, the DXY is going nowhere but up. Even the daily stochastic at the moment, which was turned down for a bit, started lifting a little bit over the past 2 days has started. But anyways, this is looking quite positive. This is consolidation. This is breaking. This is holding the next level of support. We need to see what's going to happen. Yes, we do have a bearish divergence here. So again, where we have divergences, we need to be mindful. And most importantly, we need to be mindful because we haven't really left the space. So that this is a ranging market. This is a ranging market starting December for the DXY, with a couple of drops here. But even here, you see, when it drops, there are 1 or 2 candles that go out of that space, but it generally stays within that space. So it's not a trending market. We're neither up we're neither up nor down. But we seem to be getting support on the DXY, losing support on the S&P, and the same with the coins that we're looking at. They have lost their daily support. So this is BTC losing the 55. Once it loses the 55, if we're looking at what happens, so here it gets above it. Maybe this is not the best place, but here, for instance, loses a 55, comes all the way down to back to base. Now the closest level for support would be 19.5. Next one would be 17.8, around the 18k mark. If we're looking on the weekly, we still have this level of support here, 21.2, the 20 EMA on the weekly, but you can see that the weekly stochastic has turned it down. Now it could turn up, we could still have, this was the bull run, we could still have some ranging, we absolutely could have that, but until we see it, until we see this 20 being tested and holding, I don't believe we're gonna confirm that ranging. So here it is. I know it's been frustrating because we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of ranging, longest time in this small part. We had this as well, but this was a bit more choppy. Now I'm watching the same, I'll be talking about the same space, so I'll be really quick because I'll be doing a more in-depth analysis tonight when I'm gonna take both ETH and Bitcoin with their 1 hour swings and checking to see what reasonable, like I'm gonna do sort of like a post week hindsight analysis of what would have been the reasonable moves or trades to take, because again we can be very technical, but sometimes the technicals don't really how can I say, it's the hindsight that makes it clear. But when this happened, when price action happens, there are fewer options that are as clear as the hindsight vision. So what I'm looking at the moment is confirmation and invalidation. It's as simple as that. This is one of the main things about range trading, where we are right now. We are looking at the 21.4 level for holding. If 21.4 continues to hold with where we are right now, with a daily stochastic bottomed out, with a 4 hour stochastic bottomed out on Bitcoin, the 4 hour RSI has flatlined here. Looks horrible, but if we don't break with a convincing candle down, we might have bottomed out. I am in a short starting from here, and I'm looking at securing 50% profit soon before New York starts, because again New York might start with a liquidity hunt to the upside that manages to hold support and continue with a breather. This is a descending wedge that has a tendency to break out 70% of the time. So we'll see how that goes. My invalidation is breaking, of course, the 20 EMA on the 4 hour, holding it. That would be the first signal. Second part would be the 55. That would be step 2. If that happens, well, since my entry is 22,480, I would be looking at taking profits sooner. I wouldn't be waiting for the 55. If I see the 22 holding, I would be taking profits sooner. That is if I'm not stop lossed out at my entry point, because that's where my stop loss is at the moment. Now the ETH situation is quite similar. Here we have reached the 1520 level on the day. We haven't gone anywhere though. We need a convincing candle. We need one of these candles. To show that the trend is continuing down, because at the moment we're still holding within this space. My invalidations are 1520. If the 1520 level breaks, we're going to keep going. If it gains support above the 20 and holds it, we're going to lift again into the peak formation space. Well, into the range space first and then the peak formation space. So that's what I'm mindful of, and I've already posted this on the chats, and I said if I were in a short right now, I would be looking to secure profits, and just in case it decides to do a flash lift up, because after all of this ranging, like these are 4 hour candles in a very, very small space, 3.8%, 4%, but again the max space has been hit one, twice, three times in almost a week. This is the calm before the storm. So I do see a big move coming after this. Not massive 20-30%, because again the daily will need to start confirming that. But where we are right now, we are about to see it. It would be about 10% for the peak formation target. So after it breaks the 55 EMA, it would be 13% for the peak formation target here, the measured technical target, and the same if it breaks the 15-20 and backtest it, 12%, 11.9. So that would be a lovely target to have. So whichever direction it chooses to go, these are the levels that I'm watching. I believe that we should continue down, considering the fundamentals, but that's the big psychology game. When the market is fearful, be greedy. When the market is greedy, be fearful. At the moment, the news in the market is quite fearful, especially with Silvergate scandal coming out. So not scandal. It's not scandal. It's I think they applied for a voluntary liquidation or something like this. That's where we are right now. We need to be watching these levels, and when we have an indication of direction, then we can wait for the back test and then place a position around the back test region. I'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. UK time, and in the charts if we have any updates around New York. Now again, be mindful, this might have bottomed out, and if it has bottomed out, please secure profits from your short positions, or wait for, I'm not saying go into a long, wait for a proven break through the superior level and a backtest to it. That would be the proof that we are continuing to the upside. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.